The Gray Farm, notorious for the haunting of Margaret Gray, harbors yet another, more sinister legend. The story of the Phantom's children. These spectral figures, children doomed to an eternity of torment, have a dark history that intertwines with the farm's malevolent past. The arrival of the orphans. In the mid-1800s, after the death of Margaret Gray, the farm was abandoned for several years. It fell into disrepair, becoming a place of local legend and fear. Then, in 1852, a man named Elias Crane acquired the property. Crane was a wealthy but secretive man with a dubious reputation. He had grand plans to restore the farm to its former glory and repurpose it as a home for orphans. The townspeople, though wary, were relieved to see the property being used for good. They sent several orphans to live at the farm, hoping they would find a better life there. Crane was a cruel and sadistic man. He saw the orphans as expendable labor, a means to rebuild and maintain the farm. From the moment the children arrived, they were subjected to harsh conditions. They worked from dawn until dusk, barely fed, and slept in cold, damp quarters. Crane's cruelty knew no bounds. He punished the children for the slightest infractions, often locking them in a small, dark room in the basement. This room, later known as the punishment room, became a place of nightmares. The children's screams would echo through the house, but no one dared to intervene. As time went on, the townspeople noticed that the number of children at the farm seemed to fluctuate inexplicably. Crane claimed that some had run away or been adopted, but rumors of darker fates began to circulate. In reality, the children were disappearing into the depths of the farm. Little did they know, Crane's intentions were far from noble. Never to be seen again. Crane had a secret, a hidden room beneath the basement, accessible only through a concealed trapdoor. It was here that he conducted horrific experiments and rituals, driven by a twisted belief that he could harness the children's fear and suffering to gain power and immortality. One stormy night, Crane's madness reached its peak. In a final, desperate attempt to achieve his dark ambitions, he gathered several of the orphans in the hidden room. Using an ancient book of dark magic, he performed a ritual that went horribly wrong. The energies he sought to control turned on him, and the children's spirits were violently torn from their bodies, bound forever to the farm. Crane's lifeless body was found the next day, his face frozen in a mask of terror. Fled the farm and spread word of the horrors they had endured. The townspeople, horrified by the revelations, abandoned the farm once more. Follow for part 2 if you dare.